Okay, here we are. Back on live again. Decided to walk the bridge today. For some reason, I have a day off. I have not one single cat visit or dog walk. And felt compelled to do this. For many years, people walked on the other side, so they've opened up the north side and closed the south side. Little change of pace here. Check out Serpico Dreams later for some GoPro imagery from the Camden side of the Delaware River. Hello, Joe. Yes, back on. And walking back, watching from the Comcast Center. Very good. I wondered what time you were coming in. I'm officially on the exhausted side of walking, so walking so much. Here we are. And Franklin Bridge. It's a lot louder, more traffic. So how was the ride in from Upper Darby? I know you said you usually take the L in. Dunkin' coffee with 2 donuts. Very good. Yum. Okay. Very good. Some joggers on here, walker, biker. It's the regular donuts, I guess, the cinnamon or the plain or whatever they're called. I guess I'm really just plain. Cinnamon would be a different. Taking your advice, take it easy. Yes, definitely. You said tomorrow you would take it easy. I guess that means you'll stay in your neck of the woods and not do Springfield or King of Prussia or Philly proper. It's so, I feel like there's a lot of presence on the bridge in terms of security. When I was in Camden, you know, the police came around and had some good shots over there. Even the seagull or similar came in to view. It was kind of nice to see a really pretty white seagull with, this is a black-backed gull or something is what they called it. So the Franklin Bridge. Not feeling too bad. When I first got back from Florida, I moved back here. You have to go to Church of St. Lawrence for only a little bit there. Okay. I didn't love walking on the bridge, so only a stone throw away. Stones throw away or what have you. But this walk is okay. It's not as bad. I don't know if there's something going on that other side that made it a little less comfortable. They have lookout points on the other side. I didn't notice them on this side of the bridge. So little sections where you can sort of stand and look out at the water. That's the south side that way, headed towards like Delaware and all that other stuff, Walt Whitman Bridge, all that. That would be the north side up the river going towards wherever. Technically roads pointing north towards Betsy Ross and New York. How did you find out about St. Lawrence? I don't know anything about St. Lawrence, and I read your chat. You said you were going to St. Lawrence, so I don't know anything about St. Lawrence. In fact, it's spelled a certain way, so I'm curious why there's a U instead of a W. I guess it's in Upper Darby. Is it a play? Is it a play? Oh no, it's just more of a. Is it an actual water park playground? There's something down there, and I can't tell if it's like a play park or what. It's spelled that way. Okay. All right. There's sort of a. See, there's green things. I can't tell if they're slides, like a special park, or if it's like a. It looks more like a park than a mound for, you know, contractor stuff like stones or gravel. It's more like some sort of interesting park over there. I didn't know it existed. I'll look it up to see if it says anything. And the fog has somewhat dissipated. We had a heavy fog this morning. I looked out the window and was like, oh my gosh, really dense fog. And I wondered if it would be okay to walk the bridge, like a London fog. But by the time I got out the door, it kind of like, at ground level and so forth and so on, it sort of started to separate, dissipate, and disappear. Right, back on again. We had a little disconnect there for a second. I don't know how it does that, but it might be all the electricity. Do a check only because the space-wise it gets tight here for this fencing area. There's more people up here. I might wait for this runner to pass and I'll go in here. I don't like the water edge, so I hang out in here. Prime. Okay. Stay on the side. It's a thing, so. So pushing past the comfort zone and the limits by walking the bridge both ways. Think of St. Lawrence College. It's one of the sister schools out there, kind of. It's not quite Ivy League, but people who are in that realm might try to get in. Of course, it's spelled with a W. And there's like an actress out there with the name Lawrence, and she spells it with a W. So that's what I picture when I think of Lawrence. I decided to go the British route, and I'm gonna sort of hang out on the opposite side. So sort of wait here for everyone to pass by. We'll kind of take a shot up here. Camden Yards, and condos over there near the Treaty Park is up there also, and it used to be Sugar House, but now it's what's it called now? The Rivers Casino or something like that. They do have a lookout point, I guess. This is it. It seems different on the other side because this thing has this here, but technically you can do a little lookout point-ish here. River Casino, right. Rivers, or what have you. Yeah. So, on over here. Piers and stuff like that. There's Dave and Buster's, I guess, is that one pier down here. Is it on this side or the other side? It is on this side, that's right. I have to think about it all the time. But I recognize the awnings on the stairs. So we'll just stay in the middle-ish. Just really want to do the Brooklyn Bridge. The High Line from Hudson Yards to Chelsea Piers I want to do in New York. The Brooklyn Bridge. I guess the Trump Tower. Central Park is always, always up for grabs. I feel like I've been there so many times that it's, but just the theater district in general, the library, stuff like that. World Trade Center, go up on the top there. I often check in just to watch It's Vic White, and he's a dancer, I guess, who won So You Think You Can Dance. He was like 4th place, so he's in the top 4, and he has a YouTube channel with shorts and everything, and we'll do a shot up and see how it is pretty foggy. But here come 2 runners, so we'll sort of wait. 2 runners here and then a runner behind. I saw him he was over in Camden. We saw him. Kind of looks Campbell soupy a little bit, so we'll sort of wait. So I don't like being on the edge, so we'll wait. Okay. I don't always love the bridge, so okay. Your Campbell Soup kid. Everybody grew up with a little Campbell's soup in their life. The bright stars, chicken noodle soup, or stars and noodles, tomato soup, of course, and the grilled cheese sandwich is an all-time fave, right? Hi, Dave. Yes, I'm walking back over. I don't know about you, but that on a day like today, tomato soup and grilled cheese sounds like yummy, yummy. Like on a cold day to have that warm, comforting. Now, normally I stick to my raw vegan, not totally raw. I eat a lot of cold foods and stuff like that. I will heat up my cauliflower, although I want a dehydrator to be able to still eat it raw. Anyway, food is considered still raw and in its total natural state. If it's only cooked, the most you can cook it is up, it's like 212 degrees. That's as high as the temperature can be. Otherwise it starts to denature, according to the purest raw vegan foodies. Sounds great. I know, there is something comforting, especially when it's freezing cold, snow outside, rainy. And there's something comforting about making a grilled cheese sandwich and dipping it in the tomato soup. And it's just that cozy, comfy feeling. So, anyway. 26.2, marathoner in the house. we saw him on the beginning when I first started. So he went to the end of the bridge and came back, and then some, I guess. So that's Dave and Buster's down there. I can, with those stairwells that are awninged out. So I don't know. I have to look up how long the bridge is, but it is serious mileage. So walked all through Philadelphia to get here, and then through Camden. So I got a good workout. I think there's some other really good comforting foods during the winter time. Hot cocoa, some hot chocolate, warm espresso. And what else? S'mores. I wouldn't touch. I can't. That is a little bit over the top for me. S'mores. Even though it sounds so good and yummy and gooey and all that stuff. Alright, we'll go back over here. What else? I guess pizza. People get pizza a lot. I am so used to having like green juice, fruit, vegetables. I can make cauliflower sandwich with mushroom spice, like a holiday parade tonight on Market Street. Oh, really? For just in general? I didn't know that. These are the things I don't, So, coming down towards Old City. I don't know, Joe, if you've ever walked the Ben Franklin Bridge or done the Patco line over. It's quite a spectacle. It's amazing to see. Like, my brain goes into like, it gets all amazed and everything that people put this thing like ages ago. This bridge was erected, and you figure you have to get all the pilings into the water, all the cement and everything stable, and somehow this erection can handle all of these cars, the Patco line, all this, trucks, buses. It's totally blows my mind, because you figure we have this here in the United States, and other countries have this as well. There goes the Patco line. But in, say, third world countries or smaller sections of countries where they don't have this type of ability or technology, it's just like, what's the difference? Why? I know every place has a major bridge somewhere, but not all are as stable. Or what's the difference? So, kind of curious. Other than money, resources, the knowledge, but who first had the knowledge to do this? She was willing to run on the other side while I comfortably walk on the inside of the Ben Franklin Bridge. So, there you go. That's the north side of the city. This is Old City here with this building here. Whatever it's called. That's a newer building. I don't even know what it's called, but it opened like 2016, 15, 16, 17, around that time period. Dave and Buster's down there. Didn't take too long. It can seem like a long time sometimes. There's a pink water tower way out in the distance. It's hard to see. It's way out over there. On Market Street. I can smell grilled cheese now. Something smells like grilled. Now I want to have a grilled cheese. I would probably, I don't know, I could break my rules a little bit, have Swiss cheese, or there is vegan cheese. It doesn't taste quite like, there's nut cheeses that you can make yourself. But the most purest of the raw vegan foodies would not ingest anything hot. It's they have a belief system about the soul, the spirit, the body as a vessel, and to not do anything that's going to harm it in any way. So, within your control. We have a world that we have to live in, and other external things can come along to totally, really throw someone for a loop, and there's not much we can do. But if we can take control of our inner universe in the best way that we can, all those whatever's out there, gremlins are trying to attack from the outside, whether they attack your brain or the body. So eating well maintains the chemistry. It is they would say, the pure vegan people would say it's a better defense. It's like taking vitamin C, and there's like vitamin C defense. It's a better defense to eat well. It does something to your brain chemistry. It puts it in alignment with the universe, and the universe will support those people. The natural side of the universe that can't stand the dark side of the food industry. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of ingredients that go into sort of, in my opinion, right? That go into, sorry, I used to say that all the time. I forgot. I started forgetting to say it. I think it's because of this whole experience. I just sort of say stuff. But anyway, there we go. Hagen Pony Kitchens or something. It's sort of Dutch or Danish on that smokestack. There's the other side of Old City. That's more the north side. Starbucks is up that way. So if I got my free Starbucks yesterday for my birthday. I don't know if I'll get one today or not, but I have a little bit of a headache actually. I don't know if it's from walking so much or if I'm detoxing. I had a cachava this morning, so that's one of the go-to reliable breakfasts. And that's a superfood chocolate shake, basically. I get the chocolate. They have different flavors. They have matcha, they have chai, they have vanilla, they have caramel. And they have a rewards program. I found them when I was in Florida. And I've just stuck with them. So I just got a free bag it was a seasonal deal. They just gave me 2,000 points for my birthday, so I'll get $20 off the next purchase. They just apply it. And if you post for Kachava, you'll get points to take off. So in a way, it amounts to having a coffee every day if you get one for the month. Depends if you can do smaller servings to make it stretch. But it's all superfoods, low glycemic, and all that stuff. So we're winding down on the bridge. If you're a runner, this time goes by a lot more quickly. But I wanted to do a live stream of the bridge walk. Here's Chocolate Works. This is an actual apartment building with a little bit of facade to make it look a certain way just for show. But I looked into those. I was kind of curious. Admittedly, I wasn't overly impressed. But they're, it's expensive to live in Old City. So, but this would be a little bit of a showpiece facing the bridge. Wilbur's. With an S, right? Or I guess, it's the lobby that I wasn't impressed with, and they did a lot of work in the lobby. The apartments themselves might be okay, but they're expensive. I don't know how, more than what I pay, and Sedilio. The best apartments in the best parts of town is what it says. So, Chocolate Works. Come some runners, and there's no one back there, so. And of course, the infamous statue at the end here, this big silver lightning rod thing, you can barely see it probably through the viewfinder, but it's at the end. Was this supposed to be 10? Runner? Let's see. There's someone who's always been, it may not be her, there's someone who I see all the time who used to work out at the 12th Street gym ages ago, and it's not her. So, and she reminded me of her a little bit. But for many years, this woman would be at the gym on the elliptical machine. I've seen her out running in town because they closed the 12th Street gym, so I'm kind of curious what her routine is now. But I've seen her over in West Philly, East Philly, so she's still keeping in shape. And I think she lives over here on the east side of the Schuylkill River, on the east side of the Schuylkill. We're now, I just crossed the Delaware, so technically we're on the west side of the Delaware River, and Philadelphia lies, the main part, Center City and thereabouts, sits between the two rivers, between the Schuylkill and the Delaware. East of the Schuylkill, west of the Delaware. So that thing is supposed to be a lightning rod for the Kite and Key and Ben Franklin and that whole story and whatever goes with it. Sorry, it's jittery here. I don't have a gimbal or anything for my phone. Lightning rod. It's one of those things where it's like, what's that thing supposed to be? And then you have to read it, and it's lightning rod. And it's like a memorial in there, like a veterans memorial, I think. So I love hot dads. This is a sign. So someone paid for that. And then there's Wawa. Coffee free on Tuesdays. I love hot dads. Do you? Call now. So, and I think is it Steven Singer or that's the Angry Chicken trucking used to be down here, like they used to drop off, but now they're not angry anymore. Oh, Spencer's. Never mind, Spencer's. And I think just now, guess what's going under our feet? There's the Paco line. And we made it over and back. All's good. All's well that ends well. Should we go through the tunnel? So we'll go through the tunnel to make life a little easier than walking all the way around. I already did the Franklin Square. So we'll go through the tunnel and come out on the other side. Okay. Not everybody loves the tunnel because it can get a little iffy, but in my first video I did this, sorry, way back in the day when I started doing videos, I came down here, but it's not too bad. They cleaned it up a bit. Use some like perfumey cleaner and everything. No one's down here, so that's good. Get a little sketchy sometimes, Philly, but I guess they try to keep it as best as can be. And for many, many years, this was the side that everybody would have run or walked. They switched it over. So, wow, what a difference. For some reason, the south side is favored. I will say there's a whole different experience, but it felt safer on the north side for some reason this time around. All right. So we just made it across the bridge. There it is, back and forth. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm gonna take a break on the live streaming here. I'll see if I can get it to come. Holiday parade. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Dave, so much for joining in. Be sure to have your grilled cheese, tomato soup. If it's super cold, I might break down and have one myself, and I'll try to make it healthier with low sodium tomato soup and vegan cheese. It's a dog park here. Have a beautiful day, and thank you. Here comes the sun a little bit.